Hi lovelies, and welcome back to this channel. If you're new here, my name is Belinda Strana. Thank you so much for all the love and support. Don't forget to please subscribe to this channel, turn on notifications so that anytime I upload a video, you will be the first person to be notified. To my returning subscribers, to those people that share my videos, leave commentaries, and also educate each and every one of us, you guys are the real MVP. Alright lovelies, let's dive into today's video. So lovelies, I came across this video on my For You page on TikTok, and I thought to share with you guys where this comedian that decided to make a statement about, Puerto Ricans. There is actually receiving a lot of backlash from left, center, and he decided to write something on his social platform. I'm just going to roll it as well as some of other stitches I was able to put together. Please leave me your own thoughts in the comment section of what you think of this video, and please do not forget that we do not support any form of bullying and harassment. Alright lovelies, let's dive into it.
Donald Trump intensifying his anti-immigrant rhetoric and condemning his political rivals during a marathon rally at Madison Square Garden yesterday. Trump loyalists who opened for the former president delivering some particularly inflammatory remarks.
I don't know if you guys know this, but there's literally a floating island of garbage in the middle of the ocean right now. Yeah, I think it's called Puerto Rico.
Trump's campaign did something they rarely do. They distanced themselves from that comment after the rally, saying in a statement, quote, "This joke does not reflect the views of President Trump or the campaign."
So Tony Hinchcliffe responds on Twitter, man, to Alessandro Ocasio-Cortez and another politician there talking about I love Puerto Rico, I vacation there. It was just a joke. It's taken out of context. Go watch the whole thing, right? I feel like he's doing damage control. You shouldn't have said that, bro. You should have just watched in silence the wildfire that you caused. Because I ain't even gonna lie, man. I didn't think he was gonna be able to tap that Tom Brady roast, man. But that didn't take long, man. This man, he fucked up Trump's whole night, bro. Trump was on fire, bro. He was focused, man. He was determined to tell the American people what he was gonna do and how he was gonna make life better for them, man. And here comes this gay comedian, bro, and drops out a bombshell joke on Puerto Rico, man. No one understanding that the relationship between Puerto Rico and Donald Trump has been shaky, man, since the pandemic and since Hurricane Maria, I believe it was, man. But yeah, man, should have just not said nothing and just watched from a distance, bro. It was a good set. They didn't like the Puerto Rico joke, but it was a good set overall, man. Every other joke hit. I think he killed,
It wasn't really booing.
His campaign's getting a lot of criticism for this remark by one of the comedians who went up before Trump saying, calling Puerto Rico an island of floating garbage and so on. What was the reception like in the room? Because the campaign's saying, listen, this does not line up with Trump's views. It doesn't line up with the views of the campaign. It was an inappropriate joke, not the exact word they used, but that's the idea. So what did you notice in the room? Did people laugh at it, or did the audience seem to think that's too far?
Yeah, uncomfortable silence, I would say. It wasn't really booing, wasn't really anything, just sort of like, wait, did that really just come out of his mouth? And frankly, I was that way too, right? I heard it, and I did a double take next to one of our colleagues, like, wait, that's what he just said? I think that one of the things that cannot be understated here is that this is not a pre-program that Madison Square Garden puts on. This is the Trump campaign. So if you look at this comedian and Google him, we did right there sitting at MSG last night, Diane, it's very clear this is a comedian who previously has made racist comments. Now look, I've spoken to multiple members of Trump's team. Some of them echo the sentiments that you just did. It's comedian, it was an off-color joke, move on with it. Others are a little like, oh, is this a headache we need right now? There's 8 days left to go. We're trying to bring voters to the polls. We don't want to disenfranchise anybody. Another unnecessary shot, if you will.
His campaign's getting a lot of criticism.
Right now, the campaign is scrambling, and they're trying to blame this rhetoric on a so-called comedian. This is not a comedian. This is the Trump campaign. They invited this rhetoric on their stage for a reason. It was a chorus of speakers on that campaign for a reason. It was vetted, and they knew exactly who was going to say what before they went on. And so the only backtracking that they're doing right now is just because tens of thousands of Puerto Ricans happen to live in Philadelphia, Florida, Michigan, Wisconsin, and also the several swing seats in the House of Representatives that run through the state of New York. And they're just realizing that they might have made a big error by saying out loud what they're thinking.
Puerto Rican has something to say about the island that I love.
I don't know if you guys know this, but there's literally a floating island of garbage in the middle of the ocean right now. Yeah, I think it's called Puerto Rico.
Where my family is from, Puerto Rico is trash. We are Americans. We voluntarily serve disproportionately high in the military while you have bone spurs. And we vote. Pennsylvania is home to almost 500,000 Puerto Ricans. North Carolina, 115,000. Georgia, 100,000. Arizona, 64,000. Wisconsin, 61,000. Michigan, 43,000. Nevada, 27,000. We vote, Donald Trash. And by the way, Jennifer Lopez, Ricky Martin, Bad Bunny, Luis Fonsi, and Mark Anthony have over 345 million followers on Instagram. I think you only have 26 million, since you care so much about size. And we don't like what was said about Puerto Rico. And we know how to take the trash out. Trump. Trash that has been collecting since 2016. And that's you, Donald Trump. And finally, my fellow Puerto Ricans, trash collection day is November 5th, 2024.
Hey friends and fans, so yeah, I'm trying to celebrate my birthday, but I have to address the comments that are being made as to why Puerto Ricans can't take the joke about the garbage of island of garbage, whatever the hell he said. I'm going to tell you why we can't take that as a joke, because Trump honestly feels this way about this island, and it's been documented. And when Hurricane Maria, one of the most catastrophic hurricanes, hit this island in 2017, Congress approved $20 billion of aid to come down here. And who blocked it? Who didn't send it? Trump. Not only that, he has called us dirty. So you tell me why we have to take this as a joke when it's been documented that he has no love for the Puerto Rican people, its island, or what we do, and all the amazing things that we have done for the Big Island, meaning U.S., because we are a territory, just in case some of you guys forgot that we are part of the United States. So that's why we can't take the joke, because it wasn't. So please, Latinos, Puerto Ricans, please speak up against this, because you know what? It's horrible. It's bad. So no, it's not a joke. And now I'm going to go celebrate my birthday and get offline, because I'm getting really angry about the ignorance that continues to run through all our people.
So Donald Trump's campaign has just been exposed for having approved the joke about Puerto Rico that was made by the comedian at his rally last night in New York at Madison Square Garden. According to the Bulwark, Trump campaign officials had actually removed a joke from the comedian's set prior to him taking the stage, one in which he called Kamala Harris the C word, which they deemed to be too offensive. But the fact that they got to scan over the set before he went out and did it means that they actually approved the other lines that were in the comedian's set, which means they approved the line where he called Puerto Rico a floating island of garbage, and they approved the parts where he made racist jokes about black people, about Latinos, and about migrants. So while Donald Trump tries to distance himself from the comedian's set because he knows how damning it is for his candidacy, we now have proof that his own campaign approved of the comedian's jokes prior to him giving them at Trump's rally at Madison Square Garden. You got caught, Donald, and this one is really a bad look for you.
Apologize for the jump scare, but as many of you are probably already aware, Trump had a little rally yesterday. Before Trump took the stage, he had a parade of ghouls, comedian Tony Hinchcliffe being one of them. He referred to Puerto Rico as a floating island of garbage. And before anybody comes to his defense and says that this is comedy, that's what people do, that's not really how anybody at that rally felt, do you not understand that everything he had to say had to be vetted? Trump and his team knew. That says it all right there. Unlike Trump, Kamala Harris actually cares about Puerto Rico. She quickly took to Instagram to lay out how exactly she plans to build an opportunity economy for Puerto Rico.
Why are Republicans so nervous about the comments made at this Trump rally at Madison Square Garden? Well, it's because they targeted the very people in one of the very places that they need the most. I'm talking about the Commonwealth of Pennsylvania. Remember, Pennsylvania is a place Joe Biden won by just 81,000 votes in 2020. Donald Trump won by just 44,000 votes in 2016. It's close. A joke about Puerto Ricans, okay? In Pennsylvania, there are around 600,000 Latino voters. In Pennsylvania, there are around 300,000 Puerto Rican voters. One thing you will notice about both of these numbers, they are way higher than 81,000. That was the margin in Pennsylvania last time. Pennsylvania has the third highest Puerto Rican population in the country. And it's not just the number, it's where they are in the state. I can put this filter on and I can show you where this population is centered. And I'm going to circle the counties here. The darker the shade you see on this map, the greater the Hispanic population. These three counties here, these two counties here, you'll notice that these counties, 3 went for Joe Biden, 2 went for Donald Trump. They're some of the swingiest in this swing Commonwealth. I'll focus on just a few of them right here. You can see everyone knows Joe Biden's from Scranton, Lackawanna County. Biden won Lackawanna County, but barely. He had 53%. Nearby Wilkes-Barre is a county that Donald Trump won, but not by that much. The real story told down here, you look at Berks County, again, very close, almost 50-50. And in nearby Lehigh County, which is where Allentown is, people know the Billy Joel song, Allentown has often been seen as a key swing county in the entire country. Where Lehigh County goes, so goes America to an extent. Joe Biden got 53% here, increasing his margin that Hillary Clinton got in 2016. Lehigh County presses on 50% Hispanic population, large Puerto Rican population, so you can bet that the comments made at that rally are landing right here, one of the most crucial counties in the country.
Like, seriously, lovely, this comedian has been receiving a lot of backlash since he made that statement about Puerto Rican having some island of, garbage, which he's not even supposed to, make. Although this man or the comedian is known for his kind of words, for the things that he say, because he actually took, to his social platform to talk about how everyone is actually taking this so personal. He went ahead to, say that he was just joking. It's not something that people should take to heart, because he's known to be a comedian, and you know that comedians are known for their, jokes. For sometimes the joke might hurt you, sometimes the joke might just make you smart, sometimes the joke you might take it personal. So he's so angry with the fact that people are taking this joke that he made personal, which I still understand from his own perspective, the way it is with these comedians, you never can tell the kind of joke that they make, and the joke might end up, hurting 1 or 2 people, And the thing is that when I saw that, people were canceling him, and all he could do was just to come out and write and tell it as a joke, which is still understandable because of his career being a comedian. But the thing is that when he made such statement, I think the people in the room or together with him whatsoever felt some type of way. If you listen closely, in one of the stitches that I put up here, someone was like, people was so quiet, and he just continued with what he was saying. And this is where he got it all wrong. I think that he could have just, changed the mouth or tried to say something else okay, this is just a joke. Everybody, this is just a joke. Because I think he noticed the way at which people were quiet to what he said, but he just continued saying what he was saying. And he could have just corrected that impression immediately without, making it so elaborated, without getting all of this backlash from left, right, and center. But he couldn't. He couldn't. I think, assuming he did something that period, like that fast, he might not be receiving the backlash that he is receiving now, because people have been dragging him, and this might actually have an impact to the upcoming election, you know, because a lot of people are now getting so interested in this election, and the way at which is so close. Oh my god, I do not even know what to do. I just feel sorry for all of the situation. And if you're a comedian and maybe your profession, like you're someone that cracks joke, there are so many things that you shouldn't take as a joke, because I saw a lot of Puerto Ricans talking about how they don't see this as a joke. Even if he's trying to make it, this is a joke. Why? What is the fuse all about? Why are you guys taking things so seriously? Like, you shouldn't, make jokes with people's predicament or people's, the way at which people do their thing or live, or maybe there is nothing joke about it or funny about it. Let me take, for instance, about the joke or the funny thing that was made about people eating cats and rats being in their culture. Like, you are talking about someone's culture. It's not something to be joking about. You can't be joking with something that you are not even sure of. That means you are blindly accusing these people of something. During the case of this eating the cat and the parrot and the whatever, the internet actually took everything and it was all joking. A lot of people created music, from it. People were giving, sermons, statements, from that speech, which a lot of people didn't take it as a joke. Why some took it as a joke? When you're dealing with public, when you're dealing with individuals, you need to know how to actually handle some things. Something that might actually look as a joke to you, like, for instance, this comedian, he is just saying everything, oh, it's just a joke. I'm just trying to, like, have fun and make people smile. He never knew that it's going to extend to this period. He never knew that he is going to receive this backlash. That's why you have to actually think truly before you actually indulge or engage yourself in something that might actually, spoil so many things that you have built for years, and people were like, okay, why you just, this is just something that is just, maybe the man or the comedian was actually sent by the blue to come distract people, which I wouldn't blame someone to even accuse him of something like that, because why would you come for a rally that the reason why you are there, the reason why you make such statement that might actually be a stain in what you're doing? That means you have your own intention, or maybe probably this is just the way, you are, or this is just the way the party is. Nobody knows. When I posted the first part of this video, is a lot of people, left comment like, oh, you're trying to, pick sides and all of that. I am not here to pick sides. I am just here to put up something that got people reacting. I'm just here to stitch frauds that is, all over the places. This got people reacting. A lot of people take things seriously. Why some don't take things seriously? There are some things you don't joke with, and there are some you can probably joke with. I am not picking side with anyone. Everyone have his or her own, rights to vote for whosoever that they feel that is right for them. You can't force a child to drink water if this child does not want to drink water. So it is actually left for you to, vote with your conscience and who you know vividly well that is going to be suitable for you. You shouldn't allow anyone to maybe, influence you to vote or to do whatsoever you don't want to do. Anyway, lovelies, when I saw this second stage, I decided to just put it up here to just as an update to know what is going on. Why not just leave me your own thought in the comment section? If you feel that, okay, this is just a joke, it's not something that should be taken so seriously, so what's the big deal? You can just leave it in the comment section of what you think. And if you feel that he was not supposed to make such statement and it's something that's, oh my God, you can also leave it in the comment section of what you think of this video, and I will see you lovelies when I upload.
I've watched up to this extent. Thank you so much for all the love and support. Why not just leave me your own thoughts in the comment section of what you think of this video. And please do not forget that we do not support any form of bullying and harassment. I will see you lovelies when I upload the next one.